I love the name of your new podcast, A Fake Obama Scandal to Rile Up Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside. That's my favorite couple that you know.
You gotta do whatever it takes to make Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside happy when they come over. You know how it is when Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside come over for Thanksgiving. Hi, I'm here to distract from Epstein. Hello, welcome. Hi, good morning.
Wow, it seems like there's been a record number of right-wing religious hypocrites caught with child porn this week. Republican, I can't keep track anymore. Hi, good morning. I don't know if you've ever...
Yeah, not just the ones caught with child porn. Then there's the ones who are trying to put up the Ten Commandments in Oklahoma classrooms who just have conventional grown-up porn on their work computer as well. Love that guy, Ryan Walters.
I saved a tweet for you. Billy says, sure does feel like a game of wealthy psychos have taken over the government with the help of a deeply dumb religious cult. I mean, again, I don't know how this is going to play out in the end, this Epstein thing, but how did they make him in the first place, the guy with the deepest, longest connections to Jeffrey Epstein, the quite obviously involved in this whole thing, Donald Trump, their savior somehow?
Yeah, you're asking me this question? I mean, look, how they did it was the way that it always works. Donald Trump didn't get the Christians on his side by promising to do all the things Jesus commands of us. He didn't get the Christians on his side by saying, the Bible tells us we must do these things and I'm going to do these things. No, Donald Trump and MAGA Christians hate the stuff that Jesus... Welcome the stranger. For individuals and nations, they hate what Jesus actually says. Donald Trump got these revoltingly fake Christians to vote for him because he pandered to them and played up the Christian persecution complex. Because, Steffi, when you're the majority in the country, heterosexual, white, Christian men... things are hard. It's one non-stop Bataan death march of discrimination against you.
A pimp can't get a pierogi in Martha's Vineyard if you listen to...
Can't get a pierogi in Martha's.
Yeah, if you listen to Alan
Dershowitz. It's really tough for the white man. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah,
so that's how he did it. He sucked up to them and played up the persecution. Oh, you Christians have been so put down. I'm going to put you first. And again, that's the opposite of Christianity. The character of Jesus of the Bible, who again Republicans despise and don't follow, is all about humility. Not about total right-wing domination of the school board.
Yeah. I love the name of your new podcast, A Fake Obama Scandal to Rile Up Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside. That's my favorite couple that you know.
You gotta do whatever it takes to make Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside happy when they come over. You know how it is when Uncle Racist and Aunt Dead Inside come over for Thanksgiving. It's November and they're still angry about Pride Month. You know how it is. So you got to play the greatest hits sometime. Obama probably wasn't even born here. Go ahead, Donald Trump. It's great to know he's not going to be burning calories coming up with new excuses. He's going to be going back to the well for all of this. And Tulsi Gabbard trying to keep her job so Donald Trump can keep his job. Look, Epstein's not going away. This is what we should have done with George Santos. We should have kept him in Congress and let him eat the Republicans. Epstein's not going away.
To me,
they're never going to release the names. This long, slow bleed is going to continue. Democrats, don't make him a tourniquet.
Yeah. I mean, I keep saying this, maybe because I'm like, I was young, but still of Watergate. I can remember Watergate, that's where Follow the Money came from. I mean, Senator Ron Wyden, the top Democrat on the Senate Finance Committee, promised to reveal to the public a full breakdown of my Follow the Money investigation on Epstein so far. How we got to look into the Treasury's Epstein files, how it all ties back to Donald Trump, where we go from here. Wyden took to the Senate floor and urged the public to follow the money. Treasury's Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. And he said adding up to nearly 1.1 billion flowing in and out of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. I mean, John,
it's all
the bombshells this week seem to show that Trump was a partner. He just wasn't involved in that there is a web between his teen pageants, Mar-a-Lago, and Epstein's island.
Yes. It's almost like people were trafficked. And you got to remember, this is all a sign of how terrified the Republicans are, Steffi. They're so scared. They're trying to cheat in Texas.
Yeah.
They're trying to rig it for 5 extra votes, re-gerrymandered in Texas. That's how terrified they are that a dead rapist might take down a living rapist.
Yeah.
So Democrats have to keep this going because, again, it's not going to go away unless Democrats let it go away. A year ago, everything traced back to Joe Biden's age, whether it was fair or not. Right now, everything's going to trace back to this. And the very fact that he knew in May He knew Pam Bondi told him in May that he was on this list.
Yeah.
Before he told his cult it was a hoax. Before he told his cult he was going to block it. He knew he was in there, which shows again how deeply terrified this man is.
Yeah.
He can't get away from it, and it's not going away, and they can't release the names, so it's going to be like this. Yeah.
And you and I are old enough to remember the Clinton impeachment, and I just love you said every school kid in America now knows the word pedophile because of our president. Yeah. I mean...
Oh, groomer. You know, everyone knows the word groomer now because of social media, because of this guy. Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember when the consensual BJ among two adults was just the all the scandal? I can't remember which... I was on CNBC then. Which right-wing... was I being lectured to? Same people John used to debate. I can't remember. Some right-wing religious guy that I was being lectured to about Bill Clinton's morals.
All right.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had Jerry Falwell say it to me. Jerry Falwell said I was on Bill Maher with him, and he said Bill Clinton has unleashed an oral sex epidemic in our schools. And I'm like, an oral sex epidemic in our schools? Holy crap, was I born at the wrong time? Of course, this was not true, but every child now, every child in America, every school kid knows about pedophiles because of our president's private life. And that's not going to change.
I said to Ariana Huffington back when she was on the right, and I was debating her after Clinton won the midterms in a landslide. I said, "Well, this is a very pro-oral sex vote from America, I think." But John, now this party, I mean, Chris, we've been following this all morning. Chris Murphy says, I offered the amendment not to refuse acceptance of the Qatari jet, just to prohibit Trump from taking it with him when he leaves office after taxpayers spend $1 billion to retrofit it. Failed. Every single Republican voted to allow Trump to keep the jet, the bribe jet.
Yeah. Look, the corruption's there. All you can do is make sure history reads the fine print and get them to double sign it. That's all this was. He knew they were never going to go for this. He knew they were going to vote for Donald Trump to have the corruption. We're going to pay $100 million to retrofit this thing, and then Man Baby's going to take it with him, after our tax dollars have fixed it up.
The bottom line is if you snore now, you are at heightened risk of requiring a CPAP machine later. So now is the time to stop snoring. One of the smartest, fastest, easiest ways to stop snoring is Zyppah. Zyppah is the comfortable doctor-designed mouthpiece that can stop snoring as fast as the first night. Don't be fooled by imitators. Zyppah was proven in a 600-patient clinical trial, and with over 500,000 units sold, Zyppah is the stop snoring device that we trust. No more being nudged awake for snoring. No more sleeping in separate rooms. No more feeling tired and foggy all day due to lack of sleep. Look, this may be your last best chance to solve your snoring problem now, or face having to wear that CPAP mask later. Zyppah, that's Happy Z spelled backward. I want you to try it with my special discount. Get 20% off and free shipping if you visit zyppah.com. Use that promo code SNORE. Again, the promo code is SNORE at zyppah.com.